Peace, family. Out the Box Media here, where we take media content via news, internet, or just everyday life occurrences, and we dissect the subject matter at hand. We think outside the box with the subject matter at hand. Now, I just want to get on here again. I said I was gonna make another video about Flint, Michigan, because my purpose of doing this, I want to keep this on the forefront, and I want to challenge all YouTubers with a platform or what have you, or anybody with a social media platform or what have you, to bring this to the forefront and keep this alive. Now I want to. It's a lot of articles that you can, I can make 50 videos on this because it's so many articles, so much that this dirty water has affected. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in my last video, nobody seems like they care or whatever. It was a couple videos made, but these need to be continuous videos made. Like I said, I'm gonna make 2 or 3 of them. This is my second one, but now I want to get on here now and talk about a very important issue. Of course, if you have dirty water, it affects a lot of stuff. Lead and things like that. It can be lead to brain damage. It can lead to other type of diseases and stuff like that. Things of that sort. So I want to get on here and touch on. This says this article, and of course I'll post the article in my description or whatever, and I'll post the article in there. But it said that Flint's water crisis damaged kids' brains. Third grade reading proficiency has plunged in the lead poisoning city, setting off a debate for the possible causes. Detroit Free Press columnist Rochelle Rowley recently noticed a startling fact about kids in the lead-poisoning city of Flint, Michigan. They have become increasingly bad at reading since the water crisis began in 2014. A state government report showed that from the year 2014 to the year 2017, third-grade reading proficiency, in the city dropped from 41.8% to 10.7%. That's nearly a 3/4 of a drop in third grade reading proficiency among children whose lives were affected by the lead poison water during the Flint water crisis, she wrote. Other factors were involved in this decline. The test challenged to become more difficult in 2015. The lead, which led the third grade reading proficiency statewide to fall from 70 to 44%. That's a big drop. But Flint's decline was much worse than the state's average. Michigan Superintendent of Education Brian Winston told Rowley that this was unacceptable and that some of the decline could be attributed to stress. Rowley wasn't having it. What also isn't acceptable is the state not putting into the place 3 years ago a program to monitor and continually access the development of the poisoned children, she wrote. Her outrage was shared by others. The Center for American Progress declared that Flint's water crisis has led to a reading proficiency crisis, while HuffPost reporter Alana Vaganos tweeted that lead exposure in Flint was having significant development effect on children. Their worry is grounded that the fact that, according to the CDC, lead exposure to the children can cause learning disabilities, behavioral problems, and at very high levels, seizures, coma, and even death. Okay, now that's obvious that the lead is affecting these children, what have you, and like I said, this is crazy. Like this needs to stay at the forefront, guys. Like this needs to be put out there. Like I said, people making videos, beefing videos and about celebrities and stuff like that. People worry about with celebrities like Dwayne Wade and what he's doing with his son and the Kobe Bryant, of course. Not nothing against Kobe Bryant. May him and his daughter and the other 7 passengers on there, may they rest in peace. I did a couple videos on that, but I'm not speaking on the dead, disrespecting the dead and nothing like that. Speaking on that. Speaking any ill will on that, what I'm saying, but I'm just making an example in general. Like like stuff like this needs to stay at the forefront. Like I can scroll through YouTube, whatever. I haven't really seen nobody do any recent videos on Flint. You know what I'm saying? I know people done videos on Flint Michigan or whatever. But like, I mean, this need to be protested. It needs to be, people need to get together. And like me personally, I'm gonna try to do what I can do in my power to eventually try to, send some water there or something. I don't, I'm just trying to see what I can do within my power. But right now, I'm trying to put it at the forefront. But like, I am going to take other avenues and, and trying to get, saying, like, even trying to, see if I can try to get some water down there or something like that, because like I said, that water is still dirty. The water's still dirty out there. And I heard a man, he tried to make an invention or something like that. He tried to do an invention that would clean the water, and you never heard nothing else from him. This is a black man or whatever, and he tried to do I guess try to make. He had some type of invention that that would, I guess, clean the water, or have a way to to make the water clean, something like that. I'll look that up and I see if I can do a video on that or whatever. But yeah, they didn't, of course they didn't put that out. Of course they didn't they didn't grasp him to his ideal, and like I said, back to the school system. The school systems are already horrible in the impoverished black communities. I mean, the school systems are horrible. Like I said, I'm from Chicago, and the Chicago school system, they shut all type of schools down. They shut like 50-some schools down, I believe, in Chicago, and that goes to show you. And some children had to walk through ganglands and stuff like this to get to another school that was out their district, because they shut all these schools down. They can care less about our education, and things like that. So this fact being, like, right, this example right here. This is, saying that this is an example right here that they could care less about our well-being, because these people in Flint have been suffering since 2014, and it is now 2020. So that's almost 6 years. I'm not for sure exactly what month it was in 2014. So it's coming up on 6 years or whatever. We just got in 2020, so it's not quite. I don't think it's like quite 6 years yet, because this is January, February, should I say? But I don't know if it's quite 6 years yet. So, I'm definitely sure it's pushing 6 years. But anyway, that's way too long. I mean, 6 months is way too long for them to be going through this. 6 weeks. This should have been handled. I mean, within that first few weeks, first few months, should have been handled, or at least having some type of progress, and and building up some type of progress to help these people out. But yeah, I don't know, like I said, I'm just starting my YouTube channel, and like I said, when my channel grows, I'm definitely gonna try to put in a petition. I'm trying to rally some people up, get some donations and stuff like that, and send my donations towards getting water to those people in Flint, Michigan. And like I said, that's gonna be one of my big, when my channel grows or whatever, and I start getting exposure, that's gonna be one of my big my top to-do lists. But right now I'm just keeping it at the forefront, so like I said, as my channel does grow, people can look on it, click on it, and see, and how they spending 50 million almost on, economical, changes and stuff like that, like, like things that could change the economy, but they didn't put a penny of that money, a dime of that money into the water system, cleaning the pipes out, and replacing the pipes, and getting new pipes, and getting water, fresh, clean water to these people. And I put that in my last video. So like I said, these videos are meant to keep this at the forefront. Like I said, I am gonna do like maybe 1 or 2 more videos about this, and like I said, like, as the more exposure I get, the more I'm gonna put it. The more things like this I'm gonna put out. People that don't, people just care about their own, specific lives, and there's other things out there. There's other people out there suffering. It's a Syria and Turkey out. It's a war in Syria and Turkey. And like, it's these people in Syria. It could be thousands of casualties. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe thousands or hundreds of thousands of casualties in Syria. Due to Turkey or what have you. Turkey is one of our allies. So I'm gonna do a video on that as well. Like, gotta keep this stuff in the forefront. People out here losing their lives. People out here, suffering in poverty and stuff like that. And everybody's worried about their own situation. Everybody worried about chasing the bag and all this stupid stuff. And everybody worried about their own situation, twerking on Instagram and doing it for the gram, and tweeting bullshit, worried about people's gay sons and stuff like that, and transgender sons and things of that sort, and stuff like this need to be brought to the forefront. the stuff in Syria like that. You know, these people losing their lives in Syria, and that stuff need to be brought to the forefront. Yeah, I just want to do a video on this, another video on this, that this brain, that this of course lead poisoning can affect the brains of a child or anybody else, the brain of anybody. So it's not that far fetched to say that the lead poisoning, you know, in the pipes affected these children learning, made these children have learning disabilities and behavior disabilities and so on and so forth. So it's not too far fetched to say that you know, that is the cause of that. So yeah, this is ridiculous, and like I said, this angers me, and this definitely needs to be kept at the forefront. Like, once again, I encourage all YouTubers with a platform, anybody with social media platform, to, you know, start putting this out. You know, putting things like this, start putting out stuff like it's happening in, you know, Flint, Michigan, or if you want to go across, you know, worldwide, you know, the stuff that's happening, you know, in Syria. You know how Syria is getting, you know, getting dumped on, always getting bombed and all that stuff. You know, and like I said, hundreds of thousands of people can be losing their life or what have you. But this brain, this thing affecting the lead affecting the brain, lead poison affecting the brain, like I said, that's not too far-fetched at all. And and I really do believe that that's the reason why these children had that big decline, you know, from 70 to 44, that huge decline, you know, in learning or whatever. There was a huge decline. So you guys, let me know what you think. Definitely comment, definitely share this. Definitely like the video, because you like the video, puts it out in the algorithm of YouTube algorithm, and it makes it more popular. You know, and it brings it to the forefront where people can see it, and different people can start clicking on it and share it and things of that sort. So like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Definitely share this video. Definitely like the video. If you don't subscribe, definitely like and share the video. I'll talk to you guys later. This is Out the Box Media. Peace and blessings.